I'm sure everyone has one of these. It's one of those things where the mattresses come in. No, not mattresses. Comforters and bed sheets and stuff like that. This is another problem I have, and that's why I'm gonna be making what I'm gonna make with that plastic comforter holder. I have all this jewelry and I've been storing it in those boxes, but it takes up too much horizontal space, and I would like to make something that takes less space and is also in a place where I don't have to look at it, and I can just go and pick things out. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with that. Along with your container, you're also going to need a hanger. I have this wire hanger, something to mark your plastic with, a ruler, and some scissors. What I'm going to do first is place my wire hanger on top, and I'm gonna make a line to show how wide it is, or I'm gonna mark it off so that I cut my piece of plastic just as wide as the hanger. I'll show you by lifting this up. So that you should be able to see the width of the hanger and also the plastic. Now cut around the rectangle you made. You should end up with a piece that looks like this. Well, I don't think you can see it, but it's a rectangular piece of plastic. I've already cut the other side of the container. This was the rip side, and from this side you're going to cut smaller rectangles, but with the same width as your first piece of plastic. And but you're gonna make them skinnier because these are gonna be the pockets for the jewelry to go. Okay, so in total I've cut out 4 of these smaller rectangles, and I've laid them across, overlapping them slightly on the front of the first big piece that I cut. So it's kind of like this. So now what I'm gonna do is take it to the sewing machine and sew along the sides of each of the rectangles and on the bottom. Okay, and I'm gonna then place the next one over it, slightly overlapping. To reinforce the back piece of plastic, I'm going to cut out a square or a rectangle of the same size, and out of this fabric, which is just some scrap fabric I found at a thrift store, and I'm going to sew those together. So the plastic will be on top. finished sewing all the pockets in, all the rectangles that go across, and now I've just sewn a stitch down the middle to separate them. Here I flipped it over and put the hanger on the back. Then I hot glued it in several places and placed the extra fabric on top. Hot glue the extra fabric to the back and then flip it over, and then fold the edges to make a seam. Use the hot glue to glue them down. Make sure you get the corners as well. And then you flip it over and your jewelry organizer is done. And there it is. Hope this was easy enough to do.